Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Artful Manifesting. First, let me say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting on the videos. That really encourages me to keep creating content for you. Also, if there's a particular topic that you're interested in, please put it in the comments below, and I will take that into consideration. Okay, today's reading is a message from Spirit, and I'm going to be using these Woodland Warden Oracle cards to help you determine which pile to choose. What message from Spirit do you need to hear today? This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come upon this video is when you're meant to receive it. All right, first we have the Goat and Willow. Next we have the Sheep and Blackberry. And in the third pile, we have the Bobcat and Blackthorn. If you'd like to choose your pile using a stone, let me tell you which ones we have. For the first pile, we have Angelite. And for the second pile, we have Bumblebee Jasper. And for the third pile, we have Agate. All right, those are the three piles. If you look in the description box below, you will find a link. Just use your intuition and choose the pile that you are most drawn to. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Goat and Willow as well as the Angelite stone. Let's see what message from Spirit you will receive today. I want to know what message Spirit has for pile number one. That one definitely want to come out. I think this one and this one. All right, we have the Seven of Swords. Page of Pentacles. The Hierophant. And Five of Swords. All right, let's see what oracle cards we find. Pile number one, what message from Spirit do you have for pile number one? Winter, take care of your needs. White Witch, be the light. she-wolf, unleash the wild within. And mountains, stand your ground. The goat in Willow speaks of, goats are very good at balancing in precarious places. If you've ever seen a mountain goat, and it's interesting, actually, that we have goat at the beginning of your reading, and at the end you have mountain. So I think this is a very positive sign in the order of the cards, how they came out. The goat, if you've seen them on a mountain, they stand on these little tiny ledges and they hop up there with ease. So they're very good at balance and they have strength. The willow is associated with loss, traditionally. And so these two symbols combined together in this card speaks of a perceived loss or challenge, but being able to, maintain balance and climb the mountain anyways, right? With Seven of Swords and winter, take care of your needs. The Seven of Swords in this deck warns of, being careful of how you say things, how you present yourself in communities, groups, teams. While you have good ideas and you may have the knowledge of how to do something a certain way or achieve a goal, you want to be careful how you phrase those things so that you don't come across as arrogant. Swords are fears. It's also logic and communication. So it's a multi-layered message. It's usually our fears that drive us to want to control a situation and how we navigate it. So if we trusted in the process that everything would work out fine, then we wouldn't have that need to control. And wolves are good at hunting alone or thriving in a pack. We see both behaviors with wolves. So you don't want to be left out, in the cold alone. You want to ensure that you can maintain positive relationships. And I see that you are very resourceful and that you will be able to navigate this and also still be able to hold on to whatever it is, whatever vision it is that you have. You can move in many directions. So that's positive. And then there's another message, White Witch, be the light. So you want to be the best version of yourself, and you want to bring positivity to a situation. It's interesting, I'm just noticing that these three animals, we have the owl, the wolf, and the jaguar, are all facing forward. So, I'm really getting this energy of you being really focused on some particular goal. And you are being encouraged to allow others to contribute to that. Here we have the Hierophant. And you see up here, this mouse looks bigger. It seems like it's standing on something, and then all of these other mice are looking up to it. And so you want to be the bigger person, but you want to be a magnanimous leader, because if you can allow others to have some type of ownership in a project, then they will value it more, they'll value you more, and they'll value themselves more. And in the long run, that's going to be much more valuable than the short-term goal of achieving, one goal that you're focused on right now. So you're being asked to zoom out and look at the whole picture. And it doesn't mean that you don't, use your ideas, but find a way to integrate other people's ideas into achieving this goal, because it's going to give you more resources. It's going to multiply your resources. Not only will you have the skills and ideas or resources of anybody who helps you, but you're going to have their belief and their positive energy backing up your energy to achieve this goal. And that's worth so much more. When you conceive of some dream that is near and dear to your heart, and it's a private dream, sometimes it's best kept secret, because if other people aren't on board, then their energy can kind of weigh down your momentum. But in this case, there's a way to get everyone on the same team working together, which is going to multiply that energy, amplify it, and make things move faster. The Hierophant also speaks of doing things in a traditional way. And underneath, we have She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. So perhaps it is that you are adhering to some type of tradition. Maybe the reason that you're so sure that your method is the right method is because it's been working for so long. But you're being called here, She-Wolf, unleash the wild within, to break that tradition or that, tried and true method. And it's not that it didn't work, but what you're going to gain by allowing new ideas to come in is going to be so much more beneficial. And who knows, it could be there's a new technology, there's a new method, there's something that will make it easier or increase productivity. But ultimately, what you're going to gain is this team, this energy that you can only have from being in a pack and working together. And the Five of Wands, in this card, we see a beaver, right? And what do beavers do? They build dams. And so in this picture, it looks like the dam has been broken and the beaver is building a new dam. So it's like taking the elements of the work, of the project, and not throwing away the basic elements that create the project, but rearranging them in a new way. So there's some way that you're going to be able to integrate your methods with the ideas from your team. And then mountains, stand your ground, speaks of, I want to look at the book. It says, do everything you need to be at your best. Then move beyond your fears and limitations. So again, it's that message of, you know, wanting to control every detail, because we have this fear that if we don't do it this particular way, that it's not going to be right or work. And the message is that that is limiting you, and that if you release that, you break from the, you know, traditional method, then you will have something so much bigger and so much more rewarding on multiple levels. So that's pretty cool. And I love, you know, the goat and the mountain at the end. You know, the other thing about mountains is that, you know, when we see mountains, it's kind of like a glacier, right? Where what you see above the water, there's still some under the water that's big too, just like a tree. And same with mountains. I know that there's actually, it's not a mountain, but it's a giant rock near where I live. And what's beneath the ground is just as big as what's above the ground. And I say it's a giant rock, but it's something that you have to climb, and it takes a little while to climb it. And so the message is that if you stay grounded and rooted, you can reach the sky. You can do both, but you have to be grounded. So the way to be grounded is by being the light, being the big person, being magnanimous. And being the light doesn't mean having the light shone on you. It means shining your light on others and allowing them to shine. So that is super cool. Please let me know what you're working on, and if you're working with others, and if this resonates, I would love to hear. That is your message. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Hello, welcome, pile number 2. You chose the Sheep and Blackberry devotion, as well as the Bumblebee Jasper. All right, we are asking Spirit, what message do you have today for pile number 2? What messages do you have today for pile number 2? All right, let's see. We have Queen of Cups. The World. How apropos, right? What a beautiful synchronicity that we have this bee here, and we have the Bumblebee Jasper. Queen of Swords, 2 queens, and perhaps it is a queen bee. Wow, what amazing cards already. I'm so excited to see the rest of your message. Ace of Pentacles. All right, this is beautiful. And 2 owls. So bees and owls may be a symbol or a sign, message for some of you. All right, let's see what oracle cards we get. What message does Spirit have for pile number 2? What message does Spirit have for pile number 2? All right. Earth Mother. Wow. She's like a queen too. What an amazing energy your reading has. Snake shed old skin. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. And autumn, release the old and rest. I do feel that a little bit of a connection between pile number 2 and pile number 1. So if you were drawn to pile number 1, there may also be a message there for you. What I see is that you are a very, I want to say lovable, loving, generous, compassionate person who seeks harmony with others. And that's why we have the Queen of Cups and Earth Mother. And I feel that not only are you nurturing and kind and compassionate, but other people also reciprocate that to you, because that's what you exude, you know. And with the sheep and the blackberry, you know, sheep are animals that need to be protected, and blackberries have big thorns. The message of this card is, you know, protecting, protecting what you have promised. So you've promised something to a person, to yourself, or to an organization, and it's precious, it's innocent, it's tender, and it requires protection. And so you just want to make sure that you keep that promise and you protect it. And the way to do that is, you know, by working together with others. And I see that you have others that you can call on with the world. You have a whole community that you can rely on to help you accomplish and keep this promise. And also I'm getting a sense of, you know, people that rely on you. So I really feel for many of you, the commitment that you made or promise is to a group of people, whether that's a family or a community or a team, co-workers. And the good news is that you have luck on your side. You see this little cricket down here, and it's believed that when you find a cricket in your house, that it's good luck. So I see, as long as you take little steps and work with your community, that you will be able to accomplish your goal. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. So there's a lot of potential for material growth if you're able to fulfill your commitment. We also have the Queen of Swords. And so, you know, the world, the bee is busy, right? Busy bee. So you may be tempted to, you know, let go of this because it seems like, oh, this is just too much work. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe I can just let somebody else want to, you know, do it. So-and-so wants to do it. But if you've already made this commitment to do this, and you choose to do it, then the way to do it is to take time to, you know, decipher through everything that's coming through and then choose the best course, like the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, you know, is logical. She is a queen, so she has great communication styles, or style. She has a great communication style. So you may feel, you know, if you do feel overwhelmed at some time with everything that has to be done, just know that you have luck on your side. It is going to get done. Just stay the course and, you know, break everything down into smaller steps. I do see that you're going to do this and that you're going to be able to, you know, carrying this knife, the Queen of Swords, is going to be able to cut through anything that's extraneous, that's unnecessary, cut through to what exactly needs to be done and finding the best path. Both of these owls have their wings spread as if they're flying in path, you know, as if they are in flight. And this owl is carrying a sword in mid-flight, where this owl looks like it's about to land on this beautiful flower. So again, I do see you reaching your goal. And you know what? It looks like there are the same little bees in this picture as there are in this picture. And so really, again, what that is telling me is that you've made this commitment to a group of people, and that by keeping this commitment, you're going to be helping all of these people, and there's going to be this material gain for everyone involved. And just using your Queen of Swords attributes, let me look at the book and tell you what it says. The Queen of Swords rises high, creating a barrier between herself and all the noise that may cloud her judgment. From this place of clarity, she understands her role and the role others play in an outcome. Her wit is one of her greatest assets. When stepping into the Queen of Swords' shoes, you will discover an ability to quickly size up a situation, as her influence will help you cut through any superfluous information that may be creating indecision. And so interesting that right beneath the Queen of Swords, we have surround yourself with protective energy. So it doesn't mean that you're not going to utilize the resources of your teammates, your family, your coworkers, whoever these others involved are. But it means that you need to give yourself time alone to think about the best course of action. So listen to what everybody says, receive the emails, and then from a quiet space, after you've meditated on it, thought about it, taken everything into consideration, you will find the best course of action. And also make sure that you're utilizing everybody on your team, because it's not about you doing everything on your own. And also I feel that this protective energy is again about this card and protecting your sheep, you know, protecting those that you are caring for. The snake shed your old skin, I believe, is maybe some of you were thinking about, you know, leaving for whatever reason, giving up on this project, or switching jobs, or you know, whatever your situation is. And I see that you have the ability to change your mind and shed that old idea and keep your commitment. And this also says, you know, release the old and rest. So it's like you're going to get a new perspective from up here and bring a fresh perspective to this situation. It's like there's some energy that has left and opened up an opportunity and a space for you to take this higher position and lead like a queen in a very magnanimous way to this amazing potential for growth, not only for you, but for the other people that are involved in this endeavor. That is really cool. That's a very interesting reading. I'm very interested to see how that resonates with you. If you are working with a group and feel like you're in that position right now, I would love to hear about that. That is your message. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Wishing you the best, you and your family or team community, in this endeavor. And I know that it's going to have a wonderful outcome no matter what you choose. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. You chose the Bobcat and Blackthorn, Patience, as well as the Agate. So let's see what message Spirit has for you. Already I pulled this card. What message does Spirit have for pile number 3? All right, we have 2 of Cups. The Empress. Ace of Pentacles. And 8 of Swords. All right. Let's draw some oracle cards. What message does Spirit have for pile number 3? Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. Okay, just as I was laying down the Fire Guardian, I received one of those Amber alerts with an alarm. An alarm went off. We'll see if that shows up in the recording, but I'm going to keep that in mind. Let's see how it pertains to your message. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. Stag, trust and thrive. And Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Okay, so the Two of Cups and the Fire Guardian speak of a passion and something that you feel strongly about, and it can have more than one meaning. You know, this is a general reading, so remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. But I'm receiving 2 messages, interestingly enough. You know, we have the Two of Cups. And so one message is about, you know, relationships and sexuality and exploring that. The Fire Guardian and the She-wolf both speak of, you know, unleashing the wild within, being your true self, your nature, and exploring your sexuality. So whatever that means to you, there's definitely that message there. And trust and thrive, that, you know, you will thrive once you unleash this side of you. And even the 8 of Swords is, and this message will be for both, it's, you know, feeling trapped in a hole. And so again, I get this message that some of you feel trapped, and if you just release your true nature, then you will be powerful like the Shield Maiden. And the other message I'm receiving is about a passion in a physical sense. So not that sexuality isn't physical, but it's an action, right? This is a passion like a hobby or an interest, something that you haven't completely explored, something that you're overlooking as a possible source of material wealth and resources. You have an opportunity here to utilize one of your passions in a new way. So the Two of Cups is, you know, something that you love. So it could be about relationships, as I already mentioned, but it could also be about the relationship with your passion, your interest, your hobby, and all the evolutions that it takes. And so it's like something that maybe you just perceived as, you know, something fun or a hobby, but you've been doing it for so long and you've gotten so good at it that now you've gotten to a place where it's an opportunity to be more than that. And we have the Empress, who is also about creativity. And so it's like this thing that you've been working on quietly, creatively, but maybe haven't shared it with the world yet. And now is the time to do that. The Empress is also associated with motherhood and pregnancy, and we see under here, underground, is the baby fox that this mother fox is watching over and taking care of, protecting, right? So it's like you have been protecting this idea. Maybe it's even something that you have wanted to take to another level, but you've been kind of protective of it. You've not wanted to share it with others. And again, this relates to unleashing the wild within. It's time to share this part of yourself with others, whether it's a hobby, a passion, or your sexuality. It's time for you to share this with others. We see this unconscious reference by the baby being underground, and we also have this moth, which is associated with night. So both are about subconscious, and it's time for you to bring this out into the conscious and integrate it as a part, the part of you that you share with others and present to the world. Trust and thrive. The stag card is saying any fears that you have, just know that you're protected and trust that things are going to work out. This was meant to be, and once you unleash this side of you, once you explore it and see this as an opportunity, then you will thrive. Because if you don't, you're missing out on something, and the universe is saying it's time to stop hiding this or overlooking this opportunity. Unleash it and trust that you're going to thrive. And then, of course, we have make plans and focus. So that's a beautiful ending card. You come out very strong and empowered, resilient, beautiful. That is your message meant for you to receive from Spirit today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you.